Hey, it's Brain Muffin back with stuff from the Fitness Corner, and I have retweeted many workouts from Muscle and Fitness, both for men and women, and I've never really critiqued one very much. So I saw Hoda, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce her last name. I guess it's Hajirnia. Anyway, if that's not correct, please let me know. Her workout. So she's pretty buff. Obviously artificially enhanced here, like a lot of women are that buff. Like I keep saying, if someone could invent a way for women to lose body fat but not their boobs, they'd make trillions of dollars. So this is heavy lifting workout will have you feeling the burn. So I saw this workout and it's like, I need to do a critique of this because this is actually pretty interesting. In particular, this is coming from a woman. Now, she does do CrossFit. Apparently on Bravo, I think she has some kind of show about real estate. I don't know. I don't watch it. But this came up in my Twitter feed and I was like, I have to. I think she's had some collagen too. But anyway, but still very cut, body, obviously hard work. There's obviously weightlifting going on here. You can tell by the shoulders and the delt definition, and the quads especially. So unlike what we get in Wonder Woman, who she doesn't lift any weights, this woman's lifting heavy. What it's for her. Now remember, heavy weights are relative. So what's heavy for me may be light for someone else and vice versa. So that's fine. So let's look at the routine itself. So when Hoda, isn't closing big deals on Bravo's latest reality hit, Real Estate Wars, she relies on fitness to fuel the rest of her ever busy schedule. With a family background in real estate, she switched careers a few years back and quickly began securing multi-million-dollar deals. Awesome. So it's hard to imagine, Hoda was once consumed by multiple eating disorders, a sub 100-pound dead woman walking, right? I would basically restrict from eating throughout the day. This is the dieting nonsense that just plagues women, and sometimes too the low fat BS it gets in the way as well, and then it screws up their hormones and yeah. So and then I do cardio, bad, and then binge, and then regret it, and then purge. So she's 31. It was the craziest vicious cycle. Yeah, that is a horrible cycle a lot of women get into. Cardio, unless you're wanting to run marathons, cardio is pretty much useless. So that's jacking up her cortisol, which, so she probably was soft. So she's probably skinny but soft at the same time. She since reclaimed her life and continues to progress with conscientious meal prep. One of these days I'll learn to read. Protein shakes and a 6 a.m. training session before her clients wake up. I got to get back to hitting the gym at 6:15. It just makes things better. Plus, lighter impact routines later in the day. Now she inspires others to make healthy changes in their own lives with her presence. So, yeah, the lighter routines kind of keep the blood flowing is what that helps to do. And the lighter routines are going to help with flexibility and things like that. With this platform, I love to help as many people as I can. I want to discuss how I got into fitness and how others can overcome their disorder. Yeah, it is amazing what weightlifting can do. It gets the endorphins going. You feel good about yourself. You don't get that from cardio. What you get from cardio is drudgery and a mental mindset that is just painful. So here is her routine. So this is what I had to do. So this is a full body barrage, and it is a full body barrage. I will say that is quite good. Now you'll notice the rest here. Usually when you see a routine that has dashes or rest, it's whatever you need. So what's interesting about this routine is this is kind of what I do. I don't do this all in one day, but I recently switched from, I do some 5x5 oriented items 3 days a week. I have body splits, and then I have a little bit of a lighter stuff that I do afterwards. And then for 3 days, I basically hit those same muscles again, but with high rep. And this is a combination. This is one of those things that I was wondering about. Now, depending on your rest, this could take quite a while. So you have a barbell back squat. This is 5x5. In fact, I wouldn't do 8. This is a little bit high. And I know she's 31, but I'm 50, and 8 reps is a lot for me. Even with warm-ups on deadlift, my back doesn't care for it, even with light weights. So this is one of these things, if you find that 8 reps is too much, switch this to 5x5 as well. What I don't know is this is 5 sets of work, or this is like some warm-up and then 5. I would say probably on the squats, it's some warm-up and then 5x5, and then this is probably a progression of 4 work sets. You've already warmed up with the squats. You might do 1 or 2 just to make sure you've got the form down, 1 or 2 warm-up sets just to make sure you got form down, and then crank it. So the rest is whatever you need. Now, on a man, this is probably going to be a couple minutes. Now, a woman, women tend to recover more rapidly, even when lifting heavy for them. So that's fine. So this might be a minute. I would say it's probably going to at least be a minute. When we get down in here, that's probably in the range of 45 seconds. Although she goes heavy on these, even though it's 12 reps. She uses 115, 125 pounds for these, so go heavy without breaking form. Again, the reps are usually the important part. So you want to do 4 sets of 12. You don't want to do 4 sets of 6 at, 300 pounds. And she weighs in this, I've looked up her measurements and other things to see how much she weighed and how tall she was. She's most sites list her in this range. So this is pretty much body weight. And these done right are very effective at working the lower back and the core. So stability is important here. So your core should be engaged. Core should be engaged. Core has to be engaged or you will hurt yourself. So start with the bar, get the form down perfect, even when you're tired, and then go. And you may have to have a spotter. So especially when this gets heavy, you may have to have somebody lift the weight for you, and then lift it off for you. So the starting position of this is the problem. That's part of why I don't do them. Anyway, so that's pretty good. So we have a pure 5x5, a kind of a hybrid-ish with the 4 sets of 8 reps. Now we have a high rep. Now on this, you're probably going to do the negatives a little bit slowly. Usually when the rep count goes up, the negative should slow down. This is not a speed run. That was speed pump. If you were to get the pump, you're looking at 20 reps, 30 reps in one set. Then you are doing fast reps. Form decent, you're probably not doing full reps. Now we're back to 5x5. So we warmed up the body and mostly lower body and legs, lower back, some shoulders, and sometimes when you get heavy, your arms will work. This is also lower back and some leg. Now we're doing upper body. We do have a pull. So this is good. So we have the push here and we have the pull here. And Arnold Presses are dumbbell. You can do it standing or sitting, but basically you rotate. As you press up and you come down, you rotate. And I forget which way your hands start. Your hands start in, and then I think that you rotate them to the out. So basically your hands, when your arms are down by, the dumbbells are down by your ears, your fingers should be facing you. As you press up, you rotate inward so that your fingers then face outward. And you come down, you reverse that. And so it really helps work several things at once. And then we do T-bar rows. And again, most people have enough strength in their upper back that if you do really heavy, and say a 5x5 here, really, really heavy, the form is going to be horrible. So you drop the weight down, you increase the reps, you'll get tired. And T-bar rows are awesome. They're easy to do. Just take a bar. If you don't have a grip, you can just cross-hand grip it. Otherwise, what I do is there's the grip that I use for rows, like cable rows. You just put it on. It doesn't have to latch. The weight will hold it in place. It's amazing. But these look like they're easy, but man, they are not. So I actually really like this routine. This is a great routine. This is something now. Someone just starting this is probably going to do 3 days a week until you recover, and then you could do this every day. Depending on your weight range. And it mentions in the article that she does lighter stuff in the afternoon. I'm betting she does some of these same exercises or like, some arm work. So, she definitely does, she shows here and on the back side, definitely got some tricep work and as well as the bicep. Delts look pretty good too. So there's other exercises she's probably doing to pair these, and it can be in the afternoon or even before bed. You can do, I've started getting back to the habit of doing my sets of 100. I do 100 reps of curls and overhead extensions, and I do them. I superset it. I just go back and forth, and I don't rest unless I absolutely have to. But that's good. And there's no comments. But yeah, this is a good routine. I really like this one. This would be great for someone 3 days a week until your body can recover, and then just add in another day, or do it every other day, depending on what your schedule's like and what you do. Or maybe do it, or maybe you do the same routine, but you vary the weights. And so some days you're doing heavy and then maybe the next day you're doing slightly lighter, but just to keep everything flowing. And I find that doing some kind of squats every day makes a huge difference in my body composition. And it doesn't have to be heavy. It's amazing. You can do frog squats and just body weight squats, sets of 20 or something, just 3 or 4 sets. And it's amazing. And there's a routine called squatting every day that is pretty intense. So, well, I think this is a very good routine, and you're gonna have to eat right to look like her. For those women who want to. I don't know any men that want to. Well, I mean, she's got really nice legs, so who knows? But yeah, so Hoda, I guess that's how you say her name. This is a really good routine, and I like it because quite often with the men's routines, unless you're on steroids or you can pump in a lot of protein, they're pretty much useless. But this is pretty good. All right, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like, and we'll see you. Bye. So how do we say her? Hoda Hajirnia's, I guess. All right, 3, 2, 1.